back to another episode of OBTV. My name is Kenny Tran.
And I'm Jonathan Vo. And in this week's episode, we'll be focusing on the glory of diversity. But first, we have a special announcement from the students to Dr. Wisdom.
Congratulations, Dr. Wisdom! Congratulations, Dr. Wisdom! Congratulations, Dr. Wisdom! Congratulations, Dr. Wisdom! Congratulations, Dr. Wisdom!
Congratulations, Dr. Wisdom. As someone who has experienced 4 different principals in my tenure here at OB, I think that the school is very lucky to have you, Dr. Wisdom.
You're right. Congratulations, Dr. Wisdom. On another note, in the upcoming month, we have new sports season, and OBTV was able to get some highlights of the softball team. Let's take a look.
This is for me, guys!
Go! Go! Good shot, man! Here you go, Casey! Here you go, Casey! Go! Woo!
For those who do not know, today, May 5th, is Cinco de Mayo, and we will be refreshing your memory on the historical significance of that day in history.
Let's go to learn more about the background of Cinco de Mayo and how students celebrate their cultures in a similar way the Latino population does.
The day of Cinco de Mayo, May the 5th, is the day of the Mexican Army's 1862 victory over France at the Battle of Puebla during the Franco-Mexican War. France, ruled by Napoleon III at the time, decided to carve an empire out of Mexican territory. The French were sure of their success, and the Mexicans, waiting for the assault, were outnumbered and poorly armed. The ones who ended up retreating were the French. The win at Puebla represented a great symbolic victory for the Mexican government and bolstered their resistance movement. With support from the United States, after the end of the Civil War, France finally withdrew. Many people within the United States like to generalize things and think that a special day like Cinco de Mayo applies to all of Latin Americans. This is a day specifically to remember the victory of the Mexican troops in Puebla. Cultural celebrations like this tends to fade into time because future generations do not involve themselves in the process. I believe that before we generalize the traditions of others, we should try to become more familiar with their values and customs in order to properly appreciate holidays.
The proud nature of the celebration is fitting for such a victorious day. It seems like Latinos have a lot of fun celebrating Cinco de Mayo. It reminds me a lot of the carnival festivals that happen. It seems like a great experience.
Up next, we have a segment on a very interesting project that Ms. Papayana's students completed where they were given a chance to look at the lives of immigrant standpoints. Here's our OBTV reporter speaking with a couple students about the Immigrant Week of Action.
Good morning, OB. I'm Dan Sanchez, and I'm here with
Melissa Botero.
So, Melissa, Cinco de Mayo is a cultural tradition that is still celebrated today. Do you feel our generation still pays homage to our parents' traditions and culture?
I don't think our generation gives the respect that we should, because now we're only focused on technology and spending time with your friends instead of actually spending time with your family celebrating your traditions.
I totally agree. I'm here with
Habiba Haji.
So, how important do you think having knowledge on your culture or history is?
I think it's very important because without knowing your culture and history, you wouldn't know how you were made to be yourself today, and you wouldn't know who you are or the struggles that you've been through in the past.
I totally agree.
Hello, I'm Ms. Paul Schultz.
And I'm Ms. Papayanis.
And this week we're talking about the Week of Action in support of immigrant students and community members here at the OB. On Monday was a National Day of Action in support of immigrants and workers. And across BPS this week there's been a week of action in support of immigrants at many schools. Here at the O'Brien, you can check out the Humans of OB exhibit that members of SIM Club and Muslim Students Association. SIM is a club for undocumented students and students who support them, put together by the main office. There they wrote short narratives about their immigration experience and accompanied them with photos.
So right across from the exhibit is another thing we've got going on, which is a pledge to drop the I word banner. So the I word is illegal, and we are asking members of our community here at OB to not use the word illegal to describe undocumented people. The reason for that are detailed on the poster right next to the banner, but in short, we'll just say that words matter, words are powerful. And so we're asking people not to use the word illegal because it's dehumanizing, and we want to honor the humanity in all people here. So while you're in that hallway, you should also take a look next to the exhibit that Ms. PS was talking about, the Humans of OB exhibit. There is a small link, it's like a short Google link, that you can type in, and it'll take you to a Google form. And in that Google form, you can provide us with your immigration story. Why should you do that? Well, we are trying to expand our Humans of OB project, and we would love to hear what immigration narrative you have to tell us. So please do that. We also want to let you know that the Student Immigrant Movement Chapter, SIM, and the Muslim Student Association, MSA, are both looking for new members. So if you're interested in joining either club, meaning you identify with either group or you are an ally and want to support them, please contact either Ms. PS or myself, Ms. Papa, and we'll get you looped in. That's it. Yeah, hope to see you.
Very interesting assignment. It is very informative to keep in mind that although we celebrate our differences, we should always remember that the journey to get here is different for everyone. Speaking of different cultures, Kenny, how was Asian night?
Well, being the president of the club, I have to say that it was a very successful show, and I'm grateful to be part of such a production.
Wow, congratulations. I know that it typically improves as the years go on. I'm pretty disappointed I missed out.
Well, Johnny, you're in luck because up next we have some clips of the best performances before we end this week's show. I'm Kenny Tran.
And I'm Jonathan Vo.
We are the best. We are O'Brien. Roll the tape.
Tell my bitch to let her head up. What the shit cost? Tell me, baby, if you got that ass right now. Hope it ain't tall. No, I can put you in my club. What's up? Let's take a trip.